Shalom, Yasharala. I'm going to give infinite honors to our Heavenly Father and our great King, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakakadash. I also want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops, a great millstone, and salutation to our fellow laborers in the Mashiach Yahweh Shai, pushing his beloved truth across the four winds in this final hour. Shalom to you, brothers. All right, on this topic, I'm going to go into about having discernment who you give these godly pearls to, these beautiful jewels, all right? Wisdom is above fine gold, and is only reserved for the elect. When I first came in the faith, like a lot of other brothers had this testimony. You get this truth, you like a baby on milk, your senses are in exercise, and you just want to give it to everybody and anybody. And what you do, you make enemies. All right, the vast majority of our people, they reject knowledge, and they don't want to give up their sensual desires and the abominable filth that they've partake in. A lot of our people are destroyed beyond repair. So you have to have the spirit of discernment and pray for the Lord to give you a discerning spirit so you can know when to fish, when to cast out a pearl to see if someone's worthy of getting this doctrine. All right, you don't give it to everybody. Now, I'm about to play this clip to show you a prime example, especially when you're on the highways. All right, so I'm going to play this clip and funnel it through the scriptures. I'll be right designed edifying to the hearers.
You said it's your baby mama? I didn't say that's my baby mama. That's what she just said. I did not say that. She said you said that. No, I said. Hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish my comment. Let me finish my comment. The one thing about it, bro, he has told me, and niggas said that I said for all my niggas. Yeah. But I don't be on that shit. Can we talk like brothers? One thing about me, bro, I don't play. I'm from Miami Dade. I'm also fucking cousin to bullshit. One thing about me, bro, I don't see nan nigga out here. One thing about me, bro, listen. One thing about my gun, the car. That nigga been hold on, can we talk on it? Talk about what? Can we talk like brothers? Just talk, bro. What? We just nigga, I got devil in me right now, nigga. You talking about what? What about my baby mama, bro? I'm thinking shit. Man, fuck them. See, it's your baby mama? I didn't say that.
I didn't see what camp it was, but those were some brothers on the corner prophesying, all right? And you see this guy is on demon time, all right? You can clearly see he's bugged out of his fucking mind. I wouldn't even engage with a guy like that, all right? When you see people like that of the world, all right, you just deal with them, talk basketball, rap game with niggas like that. You don't bring this glorious gospel to guys like that. That's what's going to happen, all right? It's written that in the gospel that let me get it. So, because I don't even have that scripture written down. It's written that we're not supposed to cast our beloved pearls to pigs. That's the Lord metaphorically speaking. That was a pig you looked at, and we're going to see why He told us not to do such things. This is Matthew 7:6. Give not what is holy unto dogs. This doctrine is holy, reserved for elect men. That's it, the 144,000. They're the only men that's going to sing this song and receive it, and receive it with joy and gladness, okay? Neither cast your pearls before swine. That guy was a pig, a piece of shit. Lest they trample them under their feet and turn again and rend you. So they out there trying to prophesy to this guy, casting their net out to this guy. And what did he say? He said, my gun in the car. I don't want to hear that shit. Totally bugged out, going out of his wits behind a fucking nigger woman, okay? When all you're supposed to do, that's why you got to ask the Lord for discernment. As soon as you see that guy, man, we can see spirits on men. When you come in this beloved truth, the Lord endow you with various gifts. And one gift that He bestows on his elect men is discernment. It's plenty of times guys coming by the camp and they look like they're intrigued. But you'll look at them, might have a blunt in his ear. You can just look at the foul spirits on them, and you don't want to engage in a dialogue with them. You have to pray to the Lord to give that spirit to you, all right? Where you could just read spirits on motherfuckers. As soon as that dude would walk past the camp, out of brothers down here, and and brothers in Great Millstone, they have their senses exercised, you're going to ignore that guy and keep prophesying. You know, you're not even going, if he walking by, you're not even going to ask him if he know his nationality according to the scriptures. All right? He has a legion of demons on him. He didn't want to hear that. He straight up told him, look, man, I'm on demon time. I got the devil in me. You can't get no understanding with a ninja like that. Okay? So I'm going to start off in the book of, I'm going to start off in the book of Matthew. I'm already over here. All right, this is Matthew chapter 4, verse 18. And Yahushua, walking by the Sea of Galilee, saw two brothers, Simon called Peter and Andrew his brother, casting in a net into the sea, for they were fishers. And he said unto them, follow me, and I will make you fisher of men. All right? And so he was telling them brothers, he was going to show them brothers how to fish for their elect, how to reel brothers in. Okay? So for you to be a fisherman, one thing you got to have, one attribute you got to have, one skill you got to have is discernment. You don't cast out your net to everybody. You don't throw out your line to everybody. Okay? You have to pray to the Lord to give you the spirit of discernment to be a fisher of men. Because over the years, we learned things through trial and error, man, trial and error. All right. Is what like the truth is offensive as it is. All right. So you could go out there and prophesy, but it's over the years, it's some squabbles or controversies that we got into that when we were young in the faith, very much younger. We still young brothers, young students, but when we were just coming in, we had a lot of controversies that we didn't have to have. Because we would engage with people that were nothing more than swine, nothing more than pigs. All right, our fishing skills wasn't up to par. Okay, you don't want to deal with it. And then the days are evil, man. These guys out here are bloodthirsty. They ready to kill for anything. Now, when you out there in sincerity and truth, all right, the Lord is going to protect us. You know what I'm saying? But he gives us a spirit of wisdom and understanding and discernment, not to poke certain bears. All right. Now, if you just out there prophesying to somebody walking by the camp and they don't like what they hear, fuck them. You keep blowing their trumpet. We're not out here to spare our feelings. All right? But certain people, like, and you don't even have to be at camp. Like, if you just out here in society with family, friends. It has family that since I came into faith, I made enemies with them when I first came in because I didn't have much understanding. My understanding was weak, okay? Now, whereas now I know how to deal with family members that reject the truth. You know, you don't even bring up the truth around them. You know, just talk about sports, talk about simple things, vain things that they're into, okay? Don't make enemies with this truth. You know, you want to be like a gray man. You want to fit in. You want. When I say fit in, you don't want people to be looking at you like, whoa, that's one of them Israelites. Them niggas crazy. Nah. You want to move well in this society. You want to be like a gray man, you know? You want to be like embrace that saying that we're the hidden ones, okay? You know, you don't want to be identified. You know, you just when it's time to go to camp, do your due diligence and do the works. When you're around the brothers, be a good brother. And if you come across somebody that has potential, you know, you break bread with them. But for the most part, when you're around these peoples of the world, man, you use wisdom to navigate around these motherfuckers, man. Because they wicked, they bloodthirsty, and they hate the prophets, man. All right? The day's going to come, they're going to want to kill all of us, all right? When we out there on the block, you could feel the hate that they have for us, all right? This is 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14. Like, look at that guy. That guy was at variance, all right? That guy say, man, my gun in the car, that was a threat. You know, that's the spirit that's on these people. So you do better not even engaging with a nigga like that. All right. This 1 Corinthians 2 and 14. But the natural man received not the things of the spirit of Yahweh. So you want to be able to know when you're around a natural man not to cast pearls to him, not to throw out your line to him. Okay. For they are foolishness unto him. See, when whatever they wanted to tell that guy, he say, man, you want to talk like brothers? He wasn't trying to hear that shit. All them niggas be wanting to hear is the degeneracy, bullshit, party and bullshit. That's all that's on their minds, okay? These niggas of today in these modern time, in this final hour, in these last days. Neither can he know them because they are spiritually discerned, okay? You have to have the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai descend on you for you to receive this truth, for the shackles to fall off your brain, for your eyes to be able to see and your ears to hear. The Lord say, you haven't chosen me, I've chosen you. All right, that you go forth and bring forth fruit. Okay? So the Lord tells his servants, he gives them that spirit of discernment to know who to talk to, who to deal with. He teaches us how to be professional fishermen, man. All right? We got to master this craft for ours, man. And we don't waste the casting of the net. We don't waste our lines. We don't waste our bait. All right? We cold and calculated. All right? This is the book of Jude. We'll start at the 10th verse. All right? And it's written, but these speak evil things which they know not. All right? So when you go out here talking to these ignorant niggas, all right, they don't have no understanding of the scriptures, history. They don't care to know their custom and culture. When you read Isaiah, the 1st chapter, say Israel don't consider who their master is, okay? They will once that fire indignation fall on their asses. But as it pertains to now, it's a waste of time talking to them. All right? They speak evil to things what they know not. All right? But what they know naturally, all right, that they naturally men is brute beasts and those things what they corrupt themselves. That's what they want to indulge in. Party, bullshit, drugs, adultery, all right? Syrup, codeine, marijuana, all right? Madness, adultery, all right? That's what they corrupt themselves in, okay? Degeneracy. And the Lord likened them to brute beasts, man. You see a lion on the Serengeti, a hyena on the Serengeti, all right? They have no decency. They piss and shit in front of whoever. They have sex in front of whoever. They rock off of impulses. They have no understanding. All right, the Most High liken 2/3 of our people to fucking brute beasts, man. Woe to them that have gone in the way of Cain. Cain was a murderer. All right, our people are bloody men and women, and ran greedily after the heir of Balaam for reward. They take money purses. Somebody could pay your family. All right, the Lord say he didn't come to see peace. He came to bring a sword, and your enemies will be on your own household. The day is going to come where your people, your biological family, I'm talking about, who you love dearly at one time, they're gonna offer you up for a bounty on your head. They will offer you up for reward. They will go in the way of Balaam. Okay, these are the days we're living in. Be circumspect, for they are evil, and perish in the way a gang saying Korah. All right, in the house of Korah, they just wanted to come against Moses. Our people just want to come against us. All right, their covering cast has polluted their minds. All right, so it's a waste of time witnessing to them, prophesying to them, trying to enlighten and enrich them. All you're gonna do is make an enemy of them. That's it. Okay, this is the book. I read this when I was a Christian. It had me laughing. Every time I read it, it's funny. I had to get in the NLT first, though. This is Ecclesiastes 10:3, because I know niggas like this. Yeah, also, when he that is a fool walketh by the way, his wisdom faileth him. Like, you can look at a fool. I know niggas, man, homeboys I grew up with, you know they ignorant just by the way they walk. They don't got to say a fucking word. The way they walk up the street, you know this is an ignorant ass nigga. You know? They be having it pants sag and walking like Eddie ain't nothing wrong with like how Eddie Murphy was walking on motherfucking on the movie Life. He told Martin Lawrence, he say, put some pep in your stuff. Come on, we gotta show these niggas that we ain't from around here. And the way he was walking, it was a little smooth walk, but it was ignorant as motherfucker. Hey, man, you knew he was a goddamn fool on that movie. He was a damn clown, man. All right? The Lord gives you a spirit where you know a clown when you see one, man. All right? And he said to everyone that he is a fool. Now, let me get that in the NLT. All right? This is, just get what I just read. All right. We get in the New Living Translation. This is what it says. NLT, Ecclesiastes 10:3. You can identify as fools just by the way they walk down the street. As soon as you first glance, you can tell that nigga was a fucking fool, man. The fuck you gonna stop him on the block trying to talk to him in his broad? You can look at him. He owns something. He ignorant. All right? He's a brute fucking beast. Why talk to him? You know? If he stop and talk to you, you deal with him sparingly. You know, you might throw a little jab out there, and if it don't identify or reconcile with his spirit, you know, you just tell him have a nice day, you know, or keep prophesying and ignore guys like that, man. You know? And especially when you're in this society, man. All right? When you out here telling the truth of the scriptures, all right, these people want to kill you. They want to kill our great king just for telling the truth. All right? He came prophesying. He was a light in this dark, perverse world, and they wanted to kill him for just telling them the truth. Nothing's changed under the sun. All right, wickedness has polluted the whole earth. It's intensified. It's worse than it was back then during the time of the early church, man. So we have to be circumspect, man. All right, this is the book of Matthew, 22nd verse, chapter Salakia, Matthew 22:18. All right, and it's written, but Yahushua perceived their wickedness and said, why you tempt me, you hypocrites? And that's what we want the Lord to do. All right, we want the Lord to give us that same discernment that our great king had. All right, he used to be able to read their minds, look at their expressions on their faces. You know, he had another 6, 7 element because, you know, he was using more power of his brain, but he said, we're going to do the same things. In fact, I'm going to get that. All right. He was able to read their minds, you know. He was tapped all the way into the spirit, and that's what we're doing. We want that standard to be lifted with us. Okay. But he perceived their wickedness without them saying shit, just by reading their fucking minds. We want, just by looking at them. You want to be able to read spirits like that. One day I seen Elder REM live. He was doing a sit down. I forgot the name of the sit down, but he said, yeah, man, sometimes I could look at the beloved elder apostle. So I could look at some of you guys on camera and tell that some of you ain't right. You know? Then on another video I seen him say he was talking about some a brother. I know exactly what a brother he was talking about. And he was like, yeah, man, you look sincere. Over on the video, you look sincere, you know? You gotta be able to read these spirits on these people, man. Okay? This is and like our great king was able to read those spirits on those Pharisees and Sadducees and perceive what people were thinking. All right, we're supposed to be doing those things also. He gives us those same tools. You need those tools to preside over a church, man. All right. This is John 14:12. Verily, verily, surely, surely. That's what verily, verily means. I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do shall do. He do also. So we're reading those spirits like he read those spirits. We're gonna be able to read minds like he read minds. Okay, that's what you're supposed to be doing right now. Okay, even when you got unawares that steady trying to creep into camps, feds coming in. You got to have a spirit of discernment to read these fake phonies, man. All right. Because it's safe to say there's some connected to every camp. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices. This damn devil, he infiltrates anything while people come together. He infiltrated Islam, the Nation of Islam with Malcolm X and them. He infiltrated the Black Panther Party. He infiltrates every organization, okay? But this is one he's not going to be able to crack the code on, okay? Because he's fighting against Yahweh Shema Shah, all right? Because I go unto my Father. So our great King told us, man, we're gonna have he's given us those same attributes he had, okay? And I'm gonna leave off on this precept on this second Ezra's. 8, and I'm going to start at 47, and it's written, "For thou comest far short that thou should be able to love my creature more than I," all right? Because you don't want to have that spirit like these other camps. Oh, they all Israelites, man. What y'all cussing them out for and all that? Man, shut the fuck up. In a great house, the Lord has created vessels of honor, vessels of dishonor. You being a servant of Yahweh by Shem HaMashiach and a lot of a prophet, all right, you have to have the spirit of discernment to know when you're dealing with a nigga, a vessel of dishonor, okay? That's why we have to make judgment. We're learning how to judge and rule right now through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shem HaMashiach, okay? But I have oftentimes drawn nigh unto thee and unto it, but never to the unrighteous, okay? In this also thou art marvelous before the Most High, okay? The Lord said he draw nigh to his elect men, not to wicked niggas, okay? And in that thou hast humbled thyself. See, we're supposed to be humbling ourselves, and in return, the Lord load us with those beautiful benefits, okay? As it becometh thee, and has not judged thyself worthy to be much glorified among the righteous. All right? That brother Ezra was humble, contrite, man. He was just ready to be a tool to do the Lord's bidding. Okay? For many great miseries shall be done in them that in the latter time that shall dwell. The latter time shall dwell in the world. We in those latter times right now. All right? This is written like 3,000 years ago, 2,500 years ago. All right, give or take. Because Ezra was like, when you read Daniel 9, the 2nd Ezra 7, 400, 500 years before Yahushua, okay? Give or take a year, because they have walked in great pride, all right? And this is what he says, "But understand thou this for thyself, and seek out the glory for such that be like thee." See, we only supposed to be giving these beautiful pearls to men like us. All right, men that are striving for perfection, hope for elect men. This is who we get these diamonds, golds, and pearls to. All right, when we edify one another, that's a sweet savor to Yahweh by Shem HaMashiach. We don't waste these costly stones, man. All right, we don't give them to no fucking degenerate. Let them go by their way. All right, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. Okay. But we only deal with men that receive this truth and sincerity and fear the Lord. So with that, Abaratazah, this was edifying to the hearers. I want to give infinite honors to our Heavenly Father and our great King, Yahweh Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem Harakakadash, double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, and salutation to our fellow laborers in the Mashiach Yahushua. Kwame Yasharala, Abba Ba.